Okay, so I'm going to be having my client do the sit and reach test. I'm going to have a tape marked right at the 15-inch point on a tape measure, and I'm going to have my person sit with her legs right in front of her, about 12 inches apart, and I'm going to have her essentially reach in the middle, in between her legs. I want her to reach forward as far forward as she can with her arms parallel to the ground and her palms face down. And then she's going to reach as far as she can, record where that mark is. We're going to test that 3 times and take the best out of all 3 examples. Some major or some faults that can occur during this would be if the patient kind of just rocks back and forth and doesn't actually stay at their mark for more than a couple seconds. And if their legs are further apart or even closer, it can skew that. Okay, so I'm gonna have Rachel be my subject. She's going to do the sit and reach test. So she's gonna go ahead and start to reach forward in between her feet with her arms parallel to the ground. She's gonna reach as far as she can, and it looks like she got to about 21 inches. And then we're gonna do it 2 more times. So go ahead and try 1 more time. Okay, we got to 22 inches. And then we can do 1 more time. She got to 22 inches again. So we're gonna say 22 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to check her pulse using her radial artery, and I'm gonna use this to tell the time. So I'm gonna put that down there, and I'm gonna place your wrist. Okay. Okay, so I have you at 20 beats in 15 seconds, so that's gonna be 80 beats per minute for her radial pulse. Hi, so for my next test, we're gonna be doing the push-up test. For women, the push-up test is done with the knees pivoting. So the person that's doing the push-ups, basically she's gonna be angled with weight on her knees instead of on her toes like push-ups are normally performed. So for this, we wanna make sure that her body from her knees all the way through to her head is in a pretty straight line throughout the entire movement. We also want to make sure that the that the elbows bend all the way past, or at least 90 degrees, that the chin touches the ground, and that the stomach stays off the ground when at the bottom of the push-up. And then we're going to basically have her do repetitions until she no longer can do them or until the form becomes improper. I'm going to demonstrate the push-up position for the women's. So she's gonna be on her knees, hands placed shoulder width apart, perpendicular to the ground, and I'm gonna have her go down all the way, have her touch her chin to the bottom, push up, and then we're gonna count how many reps. So we wanna avoid her going down like this or laying on the floor completely before pushing up. Okay, and go. 2, 3. "31 push-ups." Okay, so now right after the push-up test, I'm going to check her radial pulse again with this. I'm going to have you relax. Okay, so I got her at 25 beats in 15 seconds, so that's going to be 100 beats per minute. Okay, so for the last test, I'm going to be having my athlete do a plank test. We're going to test how long she can hold the plank position for. So basically, I'm going to have her on the ground parallel to the floor. I'm going to make sure that her elbows are bent at 90 degrees. We're gonna have her hands and fists right in front of her with her thumbs facing up, and she wants to maintain her body position to be pretty straight throughout, following from her head all the way down to her ankles. And then her ankles are gonna be slightly dorsiflexed a little bit just so that her toes are on the ground. I'm gonna demonstrate that position right now. I'm actually gonna use this one. So like this, she's gonna just basically maintain this position. Some faults we wanna look out for are drooping in the hips or piking in the hips as well. And then we just wanna make sure that we stop the time when she fails or when she can no longer hold that position. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, so I'm going to get her pulse now. Okay, so we got her at 25 beats in 15 seconds, so again, 100 beats per minute.